Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to the world's greatest English Language Arts 30 students. It's Mr. Davis checking in with a couple of updates and announcements ahead of the February break. If we take a look at our calendar and see that next Monday is February 19th, that is Family Day in Saskatchewan. That means that all provincial offices will be closed. That includes schools, and in fact, most schools are closed that entire week. That affects us at the online center as well, in that we will be closed. You, however, still have access to the program online and can continue to work in it. When we come back from break, one of the things we'll be looking for is that beside everybody's name, there won't be any blanks as there are here for last access. We want to see that people are logging in regularly. We also want to make sure that people are completing work, because that's one of the surest ways to make certain that you get the mark that you're hoping for. Regular work makes all the difference. There's no reason you can't continue and that you can't do that work ahead of time. With the break, we do want you to get some rest. The course was laid out with the expectation that you would be able to take the February as well as the Easter breaks off. That being said, if you want to continue to work ahead, there is no problem with that. There are a couple of other things to keep in mind that I do want to draw your attention to as we keep going along. One is this fellow, Glenn Sorstad. He was born in Vancouver, grew up in Saskatchewan, graduated from Sturgis High School, and has become one of the best-known poets in our country today. He worked for a time at Evan Hardy Collegiate in Saskatoon and was a founding member of Thistledown Press, which continues to operate and is a highly respected publishing house across the country. Other things we want to keep in mind: he was the first poet laureate of Saskatchewan. That is an honorary post. He was succeeded at that post by Louise Bernice Half, someone whom we'll look at in a couple of weeks as well. He continues to write, and as English teachers, we like to talk about the importance of literature and just where it fits into our lives. I mentioned on my auto reply, if you emailed last week, that I was away for a day to attend a friend's funeral. He's a fellow that I grew up with, probably my best friend in junior and high school, and as things happen over the years, we drift apart a little bit. Today is also the funeral for another one of my former friends' fathers. We all grew up in the age before the internet, if you can imagine such a time, when keeping in touch with people required a little bit more work. We used to send letters, we used to make the occasional long-distance phone call, but they were expensive. And as you get older, you have children of your own, lives go off in different directions. This, however, what I want to share with you is one of Sorstad's poems that I like to use in the class. It involves imagery in the sense of appealing to the five senses, and there are a couple of things to keep in mind. It's called The Girl in the Black Lounge Chair, and I'll attach it for you to this announcement as well, if you'd like a copy. Waiting for my night class to begin, smoking that one last cigarette, I noticed the girl curled in the black lounge chair reading a letter, lost to everything around her. Her eyebrows arch suddenly, her lips move in silence, break into a momentary smile, then she closes the letter slowly, touches it lightly to her lips, returns it to the envelope. For a moment, her eyes touch mine. I go to class troubled. A young girl, her smile a message. These small moments, so many letters I should have written. I shared this poem with another friend a couple of years ago when we talked about losing touch with people. It reminds us we are more connected now perhaps than ever before. We have a variety of social media platforms, we text message, we email, and sometimes we forget the impact that a simple little message can make. If you have time over the break, if there's someone you've thought about and wondered what's happened, someone you just wanted to reconnect with a little bit, I would encourage you to do so. In the meantime, do enjoy your break. Take some time to relax, catch your energy, catch your breath back, and we will see you here back on February 26th. Have a great break.